Hey yo, this is another video, so let's go. All right, I'm gonna try to get right to the point, really, and try to explain it as much as I can. Right now, I'm walking away from the street. Where I'm walking to is an Indian mound that's unlabeled. So it's really right that I do it right here, because, well, let me go ahead and get to it. Tupac Amaru is the name. Right now at this very time, I'm walking. Had a lot of things in my mind. Peru, that's the name of where it was from. Peru is where Tupac Amaru is from. But as we know, Tupac Amaru Shakur is, Tupac Shakur's actual name. That his mother, Afeni Shakur, named him. And actually, the name Afeni is actually Egyptian. It's an old Egyptian name I found in this book I found a long time ago. A couple of years ago I found it, and a lot of things have been coming to me lately. So I don't want to get out of what I'm thinking about. So the ancestors gave me something a couple of nights leading into the morning. All right, hold on real quick. All right, my ancestors gave me something. It was close to the end of the night in the morning time. I was waking up. When I woke up, when I really fully had the transmission, or the dream was finished, and I woke up, and I was shocked. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. So I'm not. What I'm gonna do is give you what the ancestors gave me in my dream. All right. In my dream, I was asleep. Okay, of course. So when I was sleeping, I was about to wake up, but before I woke up, or any of that even happened, what happened in my dream was the transmission, or the message that I received. It was very clear and vivid. So it wasn't anybody really talking, but I remember. Before I go back into my dream, I remember Gregory speaking on Kidada Jones, which is Quincy Jones's daughter. Tupac's ex-fiance. So, but yeah, supposedly, well, Dick Gregory said that she was in the back seat of the car and was shooting at Tupac, and he said that the car was bulletproof, and that the shots that hit the car was bulletproof, but he was getting shot by Kidada while he was in the car. So with that, I was like, and that was a couple of nights before I had the dream, a couple of days before I had the dream, and the night I had the dream, it just was very vivid. So in the dream, everything that I collected over the years, or the years past, I remember Yaki Kadafi, which is Tupac Shakur's cousin. He was also murdered, supposedly by an accident, which really I know it wasn't an accident, but where he went to visit Napoleon's cousin's house, or his apartment, and when he got there, they had put him in like a headlock and shot him in the head, trying to they were taking drugs, and he knocked on the door. Once he knocked on the door, they had him in a headlock supposedly playing, and he was pointing a gun at Yaki Kadafi and shot him. Remember, he was the witness that said he had saw the person that was shooting at the car that Tupac Shakur and Suge Knight was in. So, with that being said, so remember, Yaki Kadafi was killed also the same night of a Mike Tyson fight. Okay, he's a witness to say that he saw what the killer's hands looked like. So also, I'm on an Indian mound or an Indian area that is unlabeled. Okay, so if I'm lying, my ancestors, you know what I'm saying, they would. This dream was very, very vivid. So let me keep going. I don't want to lose my spot. So, all right, 5 minutes, a good time. Okay. So what happened? So the ancestors showed me something. Yaki Kadafi, he said the arm from the person that was shooting, it was a light-skinned arm, or a light-skinned arm, right? That was shooting outside of the car into the car Suge Knight and Tupac was in, right? So I'm like, how can everybody be saying it's a dark-skinned arm, but the only person that said they saw the person and said it was a light-skinned arm, but now he's dead? They never, like they say, like dead people can't talk, but they can talk, because you know they can speak to you through dreams or premonitions or give you certain messages. So now I remember something. This is very, because you know Keefe he does, you know, did a lot of interviews on different outlets or whatever you want to call it. So when he did those interviews, I remember one interview or whatever he was on. He said that he was speaking on Redman. Listen to me very clearly. All right, he was speaking on Redman. He said, "Yeah, man, Redman, he's a cool dude. He ain't like Puffy. You know what I'm saying? He just wanted to, you know, do certain things or whatever. But Redman, he was like one of the guys. He would come around and he would chill with us and all of that." So I'm like, you know, like chill with you. I'm like, so you know, you gotta think like reason why Puffy would get with Keefe and his crew or his friends, because they would be Crips against the Compton Bloods or the Compton Pyrus, right? So self-explanatory. Whoever's beefing with your enemy is now your ally or your friend, right? So from there, when he I remember he was speaking on him like in high regard, like, you know, Redman is like one of the crew, Redman one of the homies or whatever. So I remember I had made a video almost 2 years ago with how it was a line, and I spoke on this line and how it all transpired. And that was the transmission. I didn't really think about it. It just came through me when I made the video that day. It was a line that Redman had on Time for Some Action. It was a sample. He had sampled Cypress Hill, Time for Some Action. And Time for Some Action was on the movie Juice, right before Bishop was killed on the rooftop, right? So Redman samples that and puts it on his album. So you got to think about this. Now, Time for Some Action, right? On his verse, one of his verses, he says, "I got more juice than Tupac," right? I got more juice than Tupac. Instead of saying I got more juice than Bishop, because everybody knows who Tupac's name is. It's like he's like dissing every rap, like dissing a rapper or whatever. But he was an actor and a rapper. So like, if people that know, come to find out, I didn't know this, but Tupac listened to everybody's raps. Like the Outlaws, they would come back and tell him certain rappers that did this or different new music or new sounds. They would bring it to him, and he would know who said what or who's rapping on what or different styles that was coming out. So, and Tupac, you gotta think. Come to find, I had said this in that video, in that same video I'm talking about. Tupac, I remember he had, I got my mind made up with Method Man, Redman, and the Dog Pound, and it was supposed to be Inspector Deck. And you hear at the end of the song it says INS the Rebel, Inspector Deck from the Wu-Tang. So, but in the song, come to find out, I spoke on this in that same video I'm speaking of. Tupac didn't even pay Redman for that verse. because you gotta think, he said, I got more juice than Tupac. Instead of saying I got more juice than Bishop, that's like association with a character, not the actual person or rapper. That's his actual person. That's a character he's playing in the movie Bishop. So he like he didn't pay him. He didn't pay him for that verse at all. I got my mind made up. You could look it up or hear him saying he's never gotten paid for that song. So, and you gotta remember, supposedly Method Man had run-ins with Tupac and Suge Knight too also. I remember some members of the Wu-Tang got robbed at Club 66 Deuce or 662 in Las Vegas. So, I was thinking like, never asks the association, nobody ever asks where was Redman at the night of the Mike Tyson fight in September. And just so happened, I'm in the month of September. And the day I got that transmission was on September the 1st, 2024. I cannot make this up. I'm on a place, an ancestral place that if anything, if I was lying, my ancestors, I would love for them to just do something right now to me. I'm not lying. I'm in a place where this is very ancient. One of the first Indian mounds ever in the United States ever. So best believe this is a very powerful place. So I'm thinking like, wait a minute, nobody ever asked that his association with Keefe D. And I remember Yaki, like I said before, Yaki Kadafi said, Keefe D, Yaki Kadafi said that was a light-skinned arm that was outside of the window shooting at Tupac. So, in my mind, I was thinking, what if it was Redman, like payback for not getting paid for that verse? Because you got to remember, this is almost right before Makaveli, the album is coming out. So, like, also before I go even further, I remember watching the movie Thug Angel that, lo and behold, QD3, which is Quincy Jones' son, QD3, Quincy Jones III, he actually produced To Live and Die in L.A. Picture that. So he put out a movie called Thug Angel. And if you go to the biographical books that Tupac has actually read, they give you a long list of them. And one of the books I found very interesting, I was actually reading one of those books in the middle of reading it. Tupac read was the Tibetan Book of the Dead. And you have the Egyptian Book of the Dead and the Tibetan Book of the Dead. And I've actually read both of those books. And quite interesting, the things that I found in those two different books. But one thing that people always know, that Tupac had an understanding or had a realization on death. And the death he spoke on, it came out through his music, and he was not afraid to die. So you got to think about this. Now, as him being in a family of Panthers, the Black Panthers, he was a Panther cub. I mean, as a young Panther in training, you have the youngins and you have the people as adults. So you got to think, he's doing everything. Listen to me very clearly. I've noticed this. He's done a lot of things to get him taken off of the world on purpose. Now hear me out. Even with the whole thing with Kidada, he dissed her father, Quincy Jones, because Quincy Jones has had babies and had children with a white woman. Okay, so that's like a big no-no with the Panthers or whatever. We never did that until you see that later, when after the government really kind of infiltrated more. What else? The whole thing with the police. He didn't know they were undercover police when he shot at those police officers. He just thought he was gonna help a brother out that actually ran on him after he was shooting at the undercover police officers. The guy actually ran on him, but he was shot at them and won that case. The whole thing with A lot of different things he chose to do. And what he knew at the age of 25 he was gonna die. He received a dream years and years ago, and one of the guys, Smooth from the Nice and Smooth, the group Nice and Smooth. He said, man, Tupac, you'd be a great father one day. He said, man, that sounds good though, but I'm gonna be dead at 25. He looked at him. I seen this in an interview. This is verbatim. He looked at him. He was like, he said, what? No, man, I just think the same thing. I'm gonna be dead at a young age too. He said, no, bro, you don't understand. I already know I'm gonna be dead at 25. I already seen it already. I'm just playing it out. That's what he said. This is his exact words. He said, damn. He said, man, don't think about that like that. And he said, man, my brother died at 25, like he said. But you got to think, he did all the things. He said, that's why in one of his interviews, I remember he was saying, I'm doing everything in my power to get everywhere I can on the board before I get up out of here. That makes yourself a high form of a deity. When you get everything you can get, if you want to get done and you get it done, that makes you a high form of a deity in the human body. That makes you even higher than a so-called God, because you're doing it in a lower form of physical body. You can't do everything you can in your dreams while you're in your physical body. So that makes you even stronger, because like Bobby Hemmitt says, the ancestors revere you more because you get those things done at a lower capacity or a lower strength of power. You get those things done. So the ancestors revere you more or love you more because you've done things with the lower amounts of power to get those things done. Okay, so I'm gonna get back to what I was speaking on. 17 minutes, okay. All right, where was I? So I was thinking, after all that, so you know, this is after when he got shot. This is after he had seen the it was another cover before the Makaveli cover we seen of him on the cross. It was some other cover where he was like shot again or something like that. And he was like, where did this cover even come from? And that one got scrapped. It was like he knew it was coming for him. Even you got to think about it like this. Another way that he knew people were like, oh man, why they should let him do that? Why he let him jump Baby Lane in Las Vegas, inside Las Vegas? Why did he let him do that? Tupac knew what he was doing. He wanted to get up out of here. It's a certain thing of knowing when you want to get up out of the physical body. You would, like, he was doing certain, like I was saying before, he was doing certain things that he know that he wasn't supposed to do, or he know that would help propel him to get out of his physical body even faster. Like this, people, like, they listen to his songs, but they don't think it's in a figurative, or it's like this is really what his life is going to turn out to be, or what he's really saying is what he's propelling or pushing as his agenda. They're not thinking like that. Tupac is really thinking like that. It's a one song. I see death around the corner. I see death around the corner, right? He says, he said, I respect retaliation in a hurry, right? And he knows that was one of the lines in the song. I expect retaliation in a hurry. I see death around the corner any day. I forgot the words. Any day, something like that. I can't. My mind is everywhere right now. But I remember that he was saying, I expect retaliation in a hurry. So with what he did with against those Compton Crips out in Las Vegas, knowing they were going to be there at the Las Vegas fight, perfect opportunity. You would see a fight that your homeboy is fighting in, but at the same time, you catching you're gonna be in on it, either to jump on them or you're gonna get on them first, whatever it is. So here's why he went there first. He heard them talking about, yeah, he's over there right there. That's why he was the first one to leave. He got to think, like, I'm trying to get out of here. Like, it's at a point he was saying that, you know what, a couple of weeks before that, he's like, you know what, I've done a lot of, I really want to live. I really want to live. But I think at those moments when he was saying that, he was really like at a crossroads with himself, like, do he really want to live or he really want to get up out of here? That moment in itself, he really wanted to get out of here. As people in physical bodies, we get so attached to people, and we get how I say this? We get what's the word? We get selfish. When people ready to go, they're ready to go. He was ready to go that day. He wanted to go. He knew it. Like, he thought he was gonna die when what's that album came out? The song with I know you've been searching for someone. The same one with Death Around the Corner on that album. That was the album that came out. He got shot. It came out while he was in jail. My mind is everywhere, right? I'm trying to get this story together so I can put this out. I'm probably gonna put it out tomorrow. He was that album. He thought he was gonna die when that happened because he damn near recorded a whole album, but then that's why he had, like, after the shooting happened with him, that the first track or the first song was the actual a recording of the news report that happened when Tupac got shot the first time in Quiet Studios. So he knew, he expected a retaliation to happen with a gang member. So after he jumped on him and did what he did, he left. They said he changed his clothes, put that jersey on, because he had the gold long sleeve shirt. And the lady, I remember seeing this video, she was like wondering, I'm not sure who it was, a publicist or a stylist or whatever who it was. She asked, she was like, man, I was thinking to myself, why would he want to put his vest on? Why didn't he want to put his vest on after all that happened inside the MGM casino? Why didn't he want to put it? He just didn't want to put it on. He just left and just got in the car because he knew it was coming. Why would he want to stop what was the inevitable? You know, like, he wanted that to happen. We get like, oh man, he probably wanted to. He lived because he has the spirit to live, the spirit to push. You know, like the first time he got shot. He was able to push past that and still live on. But like, he was pushing for like days, because his spirit was so strong, and the energy that was the spirit or the energy that he was pushing was strong, and so a lot of things about him was I would just say out of this world. but yeah, so me saying this and making this video, we never asked what was Redman the night that he was shot in the MGM, because he's like, oh man, how can you say that? Like, people do anything. Like, people would shoot back at people or hurt somebody behind $5, $10. Imagine a couple of $1,000s for somebody owe you intentionally. So I remember they said he tried to jump to the back seat, and Suge grabbed him, trying to push him down in the front seat where he was sitting at. So if he jumped, it wouldn't get hit. But he caught most of the brunt of the bullets sitting in that exact spot, and Suge got grazed in the head, got hit in the head. So, but that's why I'm saying is, like, and Yaki Kadafi, you know, of course he's from Jersey. Tupac had a lot of family in New Jersey, including Yaki Kadafi and his family. Where Yaki Kadafi got killed was in New Jersey. And you have to think. I was thinking, like, man, Redman is from New Jersey, and Keith Murray and Tupac had a little something going on. Like, it was a little differentiating, like some problems between them two. So you have to think, like, the government, like I always say, the government, they'll use people from out of the country, and they've come in from out of the country, like their parents, they'll use their children. Hey, you do this or do that, we do this for you. Same thing I say with Wyclef John or Haitian Jack. They're not originally from America like that, but they'll use them for certain things. And then once they get these, and who else? Jimmy Henchman. They're all Haitian. And once they get these certain things done, they go into like it's not called witness protection, but they'll get placed either in jail to where you can't see them, or in another city where you cannot reach them or anything like that. So that's what I always say, like, what I'm saying? It's not just who you know, it's just like, it's not just who you know, but who you know and what they'll do to get what you got. Never telling so much to the point where you become a target, their target. So it might sound like it's a lot, me coming from me 26 minutes of me talking, but it's honest truth. Like, my ancestors wouldn't just give me this. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't just be out here just saying it to just be saying this. This has been on my heart for like 2 or 3 days since I remember I woke up that day. I woke up when it happened. I was like, man, it was planned. I was like, what if Redman actually did that? He was cool with Keefe D and them. And what if he was in the car? They said he passed like, you gotta think about this. Everybody except for Keefe D in that car is dead. You gotta think about that. What if all those people are dead? It's like the people on the moon landing. They know it never really happened. So the only person that would, the only person that could say such and such happened and such and such happened is Keefe D. And why would, like Suge Knight would say, free Keefe D, because he know he didn't do it. He's not gonna tell on the person that did it. That's like being a snitch in the streets. So like with me, this is not even being a snitch for me. This is more like the ancestors giving me showing me something. This is probable, what I'm saying, like probable cause or whatever. But everything that my ancestors give me has been the truth. I've seen it play out different times with different situations. So this is the truth. I really, they wouldn't have gave me that. Like Redman was in the back seat or in the back seat shooting at Tupac. It just sounds ludicrous and out of this world. But I gotta, I had to get it out of my system. Like, I've been holding that for like 2-3 days, and it just been like, I said, damn, should I put this out? And like, I don't care who don't like it, but it's the truth. If my ancestors gave it to me, they never lied to me. And I always put myself in position to do certain things for my ancestors, and they always come out to be. They show me what the things are, and I get those things done. And why would they lie to me now? Like, it's been years. We've been rolling tough. So yeah, man. Like, it ain't me just I'm gonna make up a lie against Redman. No, it ain't no shit like that, and nothing like that. It's the truth. Like, if my ancestors give me something, me holding it is more me giving a disservice to my ancestors and to Yaki, Kadafi, and Tupac, because of everything that transpired. Because I know what their families went through behind the government, and the government trying to cover up certain things behind the Panthers, and how the Panthers got infiltrated, and the motherfuckers of the Panthers selling barbecue sauce and shit, and barbecue and shit. They end up dropping out and shit. But anyway, but yeah. So me, I'm gonna go ahead and leave where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a special place right now. But yeah, I just want to get that truth out right here. Mosquitoes trying to eat me up out here. I'm telling you, this is a serious ancient place, because I have mosquito spray all over me, and they still over me. And I'm gonna get up out of here. So I want to do this. I was gonna do something. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna do that and leave it at that. And that's enough talking, man. Ashe, thank you to my ancestors. Ashe to Tupac, Amaru, Shakur. Ashe to Yaki, Kadafi. Ashe to Hussain Fatal. He also from Jersey. That's like Yaki Kadafi's big homie. Ashe to the big Syke out in LA. Ashe to Gonzoe. Gonzoe, one of the ones that really rode for Tupac and all the outlaws of the past. You know what I'm saying? So all we all got a little connection. You know what I'm saying? So but anyway, but yeah, Ashe. I want to get that out. I'm gonna just say it again before I get up out of here, man. The ancestors told me like it was like I was right there when I seen it. If it was like, where was Redman the night that was he in Jersey? You know what I'm saying? Or was he in Las Vegas? Who knows? But the funny thing is, Marlon Wayans was in Las Vegas the same night Tupac got shot in Las Vegas, and he was in L.A. the same night of the vibe party that Biggie got killed at. And the funny thing is, this is the crazy thing. People don't connect nothing. They just let shit just flow until it's their family or some shit. Kidada Jones, she was there the same night that Tupac got shot. And Kidada Jones with the Vibe Party, that's her father's magazine in L.A. when Biggie got killed. She was hosting, I think she's like a host at the party. And she was right around Biggie right before it happened. You know what I'm saying? So people don't look at shit like that, and they just, oh, it's nothing, until it's one of their friends. Oh, look at this and look at that. Like, that's a sign right there. I'll leave. I'm about to get off this phone, this video right now. You know what I'm saying? But kill God daily, because God don't like niggas, and I'm a nigga, and I love my ancestors. I would do everything and anything my ancestors showed me to do and do. I love my ancestors, I say. Killing God daily. Nigga.